there will be chapters on this video. This video is going to be long, so I will be providing chapters for this YouTube video, so if you don't want to watch the whole thing there, you can literally just go to the chapter, watch what you want to watch, and then you can make your own conclusion from there. So I will be providing chapters for this video. Just check the description or check like the video playback bar. Anyway, hi guys, it's GeForce Filipino, and I have a message to my fellow Texans. Guess what? There could be a potential ban on some anime and manga. Yes, that's right, folks. You hear it today, as of this recording, that there might be a possible ban on anime and manga. So today we're going to be talking about some articles that go over this. Then we're going to be talking about Senate Bill 20, which is the bill that the state senators of Texas passed, unanimously I might add. And then we're going to be talking about how a Senate bill is passed and put into law in the state of Texas. And then we're going to be talking about why anime should not be banned, and then I will give my conclusion from there, and I'm offset from the intro, whatever. Anyway, let's get started. So, first off, I want to talk about this article here from Dexerto, I think that's what it's called. New Texas bill could make incredibly popular anime and video games illegal. A Texas bill that was unanimously passed by state senators will, if it gets instated as actual law, will criminalize the possession of any material depicting a minor in obscene ways. Though Senate Bill 20 is structured in a way that mainly points it at the usage of AI software to create this type of material, cartoon or animation are also specified. Some of the most popular anime, manga, and games of all time contain these sorts of depictions. Depending on how Texan lawmakers feel about certain series, there's a good chance many of the most popular anime and manga series ever could be affected. Seeing as many stories center around people who are high school age, any content that depicts characters who are underage in a way Texas law deems obscene would be committing a felony offense. Texas bill could make several popular series illegal. Senate Bill 20 is intended to be rolled out as an amendment to Chapter 43 of Texas Penal Code, with the section reading as follows. A person commits an offense if the person knowingly possesses accesses with intent to view or promotes obscene visual material containing a depiction that appears to be of a child younger than 18 years of age engaging in activities described by Section 43.21A1B, regardless of whether the depiction is an image of an actual child, a cartoon or animation, or an image created using an artificial intelligence application or other computer software. That said, the activities described by Section 43.21A1B are, by design, up to interpretation. Though they describe the standard acts that would be considered deplorable by most, the definition of obscene material ends with this line. Material or performance that, taken as a whole, lacks serious literary, artistic, political, and scientific value. Things get murky when this is applied to a game series like Persona. Aside from story arcs that center around the sexual exploitation of minors present in both the 4th and 5th entries in the series, Persona also has dating sim mechanics that see the characters getting into romantic relationships. Many of these characters are under the age of 18. Even if the Persona series doesn't show any of the explicit material listed in Section 43.21 related to minors, dating mechanics are a core part of the story for both games. That's a chance that, depending how Texas interpreted this bill, if it were to be signed into law, owning one of these Persona games could be a felony in the state. The same is true of many popular anime and manga series, with many of them depicting high school-age individuals in a light that could be interpreted as sexual in nature. Kill la Kill, Gurren Lagann, the Monogatari series, and Bleach come to mind as examples. Bleach, despite being one of the best-selling anime and manga series of all time, also sexualizes high school-aged women in the earlier parts of the show. Gurren Lagann features Yoko Littner as a main character, a 14-year-old girl who runs around in a bikini top. The Monogatari series is on a different level than these examples, though with a 1,000-year-plus old vampire being depicted as an young child in both the original light novels and the anime adaptation. The main character, Araragi, is regularly seen engaged in explicit acts with underage women or women who look like children but are above the age of 18 for plot reasons. Characters under this category are much more likely to be affected by this bill, and though the Monogatari series is one of the more popular examples, dozens upon dozens of anime series are presented in a similar way. It's worth mentioning, however, that the bill being unanimously passed by state senators doesn't necessarily mean it will get signed into law just yet, although it does make it a lot more likely. Oh shoot, I need to change that. Oops. Properties. What? Cancel. Cancel. What am I typing? Oh. I rename. No, that's the wrong renaming. I'm doing this live, by the way. Hold on. Oh my god. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's the alignment. Done. Eh. There. Alright. So, why did I take time to change this? That was the comic book article. This is the article that the next news article will reference. So, I gotta change it again. Hold up. Oh, wait, no, that was. Oh no. Oh no, it's falling apart. Bruh. Okay. Alright. So, the article we just read was from Dexerto. I don't know, but anyway, yeah, this is where the next news article will reference. So we will go into it. So the next article is going to be comic book. See, totally, I am a professional. No, I'm an amateur streamer. Anyway, I'm not a professional. Anyway, we're going to be talking about this one. So this next news article actually references the article we just read. So here it is. Alright, so this is by Comic Book. New Texas bill could lead to anime and manga ban. A new bill in Texas, if it gets signed into law, could lead to making owning many anime and manga projects illegal. A new bill in the Texas Senate, should it get signed into law, could lead to the criminalization of some fan-favorite anime and manga releases in the region. Senate Bill 20, as overseen by Senator Pete Flores, is a new bill meant to combat the rise of sexual content featuring minors and all material relating to the creation of the criminal offense of possession or promotion of obscene visual material appearing to depict a child. This was written to combat the rise of artificial intelligence used to create such materials, but anime and manga fans should take note of some of the wording. As detailed by Dexerto in a recent report, Texas Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick has announced that the unanimous passing of Senate Bill 20 stopping artificial intelligence AI-generated child pornography by Senator Pete Flores, Republican of Pleasanton. If signed into law, this would create a new felony offense for possessing or promoting material depicting a child under 18 years old, regardless of whether the depiction is an image of an actual child, a cartoon or animation, or an image created using an artificial intelligence application or other computer software. What does this mean for anime? The broad scope of the description here should be something of note to anime and manga fans, as the cartoon or animation has a rather open description for what could fall under this new bill. As it describes, a person commits an offense if the person knowingly possesses, accesses with intent to view, or promotes obscene visual material containing a depiction that appears to be of a child younger than 18 years of age, engaging activities described by Section 43.21A1B, regardless of whether the depiction is an image of an actual child, a cartoon or animation, or an image created using an artificial intelligence application or other computer software. Unfortunately, for many anime and manga projects, series often depict adolescent or characters younger than 18 in what could be seen as obscene situations. It's likely going to be a case-by-case basis as this potential bill or law develops in the future, but this could lead to a much larger ban of materials in the state due to some content. Just think of breakout hits like Kill la Kill, The 100 Girlfriends Who Really, 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 Really Love You, and other series that wear their obscenity on their sleeves. There's a chance that these franchises won't be labeled as obscene, as these materials will be viewed under a qualifier of taken as a whole lacks serious literary, artistic, political, and scientific value. It's such a broad qualifier that any series could either fit or not fit those parameters, and that will ultimately be on a case-by-case basis if this bill goes into law. So yeah, so this news article that we just read references Dexerto, and it literally states like this bill is good. It targets child pornography. That's good. Let's target something that's bad. However, because of the wording, anime and manga ended up being part of the chopping block too. And like Comic Book pointed out, some series could be hit, and that would suck, especially since I'm a weeb, and I love my anime, and I really do like the series, The 100 Girlfriends That Really, 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 Really Love You. Now, we're going to move on to another article, and it's going to be from the Times Now World. Gotta type it in. Times New World. It's a long title. Gonna have to shrink it. Okay. It's off center. Don't just shush. It's off. Whatever. Okay. Anyway, so now we're gonna be looking at an article from the Times New World. Okay. Yep. Times Now World. Texas to make obscene anime mangas in video games illegal. What we know. Texas Senate Bill 20 proposes criminal penalties for possessing or distributing obscene material involving minors, including animated content, video games, and AI-generated media. The bill's wording could target works like Persona 5, Kill la Kill, and Monogatari, raising concerns about its impact on fans and collectors. A newly approved bill, Senate Bill 20 in Texas, proposes criminal penalties for anyone possessing or distributing visual material that depicts minors, real or fictional, in an obscene manner. The bill has been unanimously passed by the state Senate. If signed into law, the bill would amend Chapter 43 of the Texas Penal Code to include animated content, video games, animes, mangas, cartoons, and AI-generated media, expanding its reach beyond traditional forms of explicit material. The bill defines obscene material as content lacking serious literary, artistic, political, or scientific value, which introduces ambiguity. This vagueness means works featuring high school age characters or suggestive themes could be scrutinized. It criminalizes the possession, viewing, or promotion of material depicting minors, real or fictional, in a potentially offensive manner. This broad and unclear standard could blur the line between harmful content and artistic works that involve youthful characters or imaginative depictions. Titles such as Persona 5, Kill la Kill, Bleach, Gurren Lagann, and Monogatari often feature high school age characters in suggestive situations or include mature themes involving minors. Persona 5 involves dating elements with teenage characters, while Kill la Kill and Bleach contain provocative imagery of young characters. The Monogatari series features explicit scenes with characters who appear underage despite the narrative context. If the bill passes, individuals who own such content could be committing a felony, potentially leading to major consequences for fans and collectors. And yeah, that is the what is that? What is that? The Times Now World article about that. So that's a big thing. That's literally saying that if you just happen to have the content, you're committing felony. Like, let's say you spent $400 on something, on a series that you really like, right? Of course, there's probably, and like the series probably covered, like, is under that umbrella of obscene content, and you spent a good amount of money to get it. Guess what? You are now in possession of something that could end up resulting in a felony charge. It's like, what the fudge? And the worst part is that this is a broad power. It's a broad term. So basically, if the state looks at your stuff and it looks like it's child pornography, they're going to be like, ban, you are now a felon, or like, you're a criminal. Like, this is a big deal for anime fans and collectors, especially in the state of Texas. Like, don't get me wrong, child pornography is bad. I just wish there was a better way to word it so anime and manga wouldn't be on the chopping block. Because like it said, it's a vague line between what is child pornography and what is artistic works, because if you're below the age of 18, you're a minor. and that kind of falls into the realm of child pornography, if you get what I'm saying. So it's like, oh shoot. Anyway, we're going to look at one more article, and it is from, what is that? NME. I was like, what is that? How do I spell that? Oop. Done. Shoop. There we go. There we go. This is why I'm not a professional streamer. So let's get into it. Alright, so this is NME. Can I stop it? I don't need this video. Anyway, Texas is trying to make some anime illegal. The wording of the proposed law could put some titles in jeopardy. A proposed new law in Texas could make some of the most beloved anime series illegal due to the broad wording of the bill regarding the depiction of minors in media. Dexerto has reported that Senate Bill 20 is planned to be included as an amendment to Chapter 43 of Texas's Penal Code, with the section reading... I gotta make sure that my thing is working. Okay. A person commits an offense if the person knowingly possesses, accesses with intent to view, or promotes obscene visual material containing a depiction that appears to be of a child younger than 18 years of age, engaging in activities described by Section 43.21A1B, regardless of whether the depiction is an image of an actual child, a cartoon or animation, or an image created using an artificial intelligence application or other computer software. It goes on to say the activities described by Section 43.21A1B are a matter of interpretation. The definition of obscene includes activities that are illegal, but also includes the wording material or a performance that, taken as a whole, lacks serious literary, artistic, political, and scientific value. This could put many anime series, comics, and games at risk, with a lot of stories depicting underage characters in situations considered violent or otherwise inappropriate from a certain perspective. High school characters in romantic situations, for example, or who are dressed in a sexualized fashion, could also fall under the umbrella of obscenity. The bill has passed the Senate, which means its members have voted for it in principle. However, it still needs further approval before becoming law. Should this come to pass, its enforcement would be closely monitored by fans and creators of content that could fall under its purview. Making and potentially owning certain titles could become a criminal act. So we just read, and by the way, that's the NME article, and this is a big serious thing for anime lovers in the state of Texas. I just want to say that as a fellow Texan, like, this raised alarms. I was like, bro, wait, what? How? I mean, at first I thought it was like, as long as I'm not doing it to, like, harm people, it's fine. But now it's just having it. It's like, what is that? It's like where Texas is slowly becoming Shimonetta. Like, the anime where it's like, oh, nothing porn related is allowed, and it's like, oh, it's crazy. We're slowly entering Shimonetta in real life. But anyway, the NME article is right. This bill would give state officials the power to ban or consider certain items of anime, manga, video games as an act of crime. And it's crazy, because it's like, bro, like, if Kill la Kill, which is a beloved anime series since its conception, is considered, like, violating the law, or is an act of crime, then a lot of people that own stuff related to Kill la Kill would be violating the law. I don't know how many people in Texas it would target, but I know some people would be targeted, and that would suck. And it's not even that. It's like, this affects content creators. This affects the card game industry. As you know, I play Cardfight Vanguard competitively, and let's just say people could look at the art and take it out of context. I say that. But anyway, those are the articles I want to read. Now we're going to go into the meat of the matter and talk about the Senate Bill 20. So let's go ahead and do that. So this is going to be about Senate Bill 20. Alright guys, here it is. So you can actually look up the bill online. It's in legiscan.com, and you literally type in Senate Bill 20, you'll find the link, just click on it. But this is the legislature. So bill text, SB 20, 2025 to 2026, 89th Legislature engrossed. Bill title relating to the creation of the criminal offense of possession or promotion of obscene visual material appearing to depict a child. Spectrum moderate partisan bill, Republican 14 to 3. Oh, status engrossed 2025, March 13th, received from the Senate. And you can download the HTML. By Flores et al., a bill to be enacted and be entitled an act relating to the creation of the criminal offense of possession or promotion of obscene visual material appearing to depict a child. Be it enacted by the legislature of the state of Texas, Section 1, Subchapter B, Chapter 43 Penal Code, is amended by adding Section 43.235 to read as follows. Section 43.235, possession or promotion of obscene visual material appearing to depict child. A, in this section, 1, promote has the meaning assigned by Section 43.25. 2, visual material has the meaning assigned by Section 43.26. B, a person commits an offense if the person knowingly possesses, accesses with intent to view, or promotes obscene visual material containing a depiction that appears to be of a child younger than 18 years of age engaging in activities described by Section 43.21A1B, regardless of whether the depiction is an image of an actual child, a cartoon or animation, or an image created using an artificial intelligence application or other computer software. C. An offense under this section is a state jail felony, except that the offense is 1. A felony of the third degree if it is shown on the trial of the offense that the person has been previously convicted one time of an offense under this section or Section 43.23, 43.26, 43.261, or 43.262, or 2. A felony of the second degree if it is shown on the trial of the offense that the person has been previously convicted 2 or more times of an offense under this section, Section 43.23, 43.26, 43.261, or 43.262, or any combination of those offenses. D. If conduct constituting an offense under this section also constitutes an offense under another law, the actor may be prosecuted under this section, the other law, or both. Section 2. Section 3.03b Penal Code is amended to read as follows. B. If the accused is found guilty of more than one offense arising out of the same criminal episode, the sentences may run concurrently or consecutively if each sentence is for a conviction of 1. An offense A. Under Section 4907 or 4908, regardless of whether the accused is convicted of violations of the same section more than once or is convicted of violations of both sections, or B. For which a plea agreement was reached in a case in which the accused was charged with more than one offense listed in paragraph A, regardless of whether the accused is charged with violations of the same section more than once or is charged with violations of both sections. 2. An offense A. Under Section 33.021 or an offense under Section 2102, 2111, 22011, 22021, 2502, or 4325, committed against a victim younger than 17 years of age at this time of the commission of the offense, regardless of whether the accused is convicted of violations of the same section more than once or is convicted of violations of more than one section, or B. For which a plea agreement was reached in a case in which the accused was charged with more than one offense listed in paragraph A, committed against a victim younger than 17 years of age at the time of the commission of the offense, regardless of whether the accused is charged with violations of the same section more than once or is charged with violations of more than one section. 3. An offense A. Under Section 2115 or 4326, regardless of whether the accused is convicted of violations of the same section more than once or is convicted of violations of both sections, or B. For which a plea agreement was reached in a case in which the accused was charged with more than one offense listed in paragraph A, regardless of whether the accused is charged with violations of the same section more than once or is charged with violations of both sections. 4. An offense for which the judgment in the case contains an affirmative finding under Article 420197 Code of Criminal Procedure. 5. An offense A. Under Section 20A02, 20A03, or 4305, regardless of whether the accused is convicted of violations of the same section more than once or is convicted of violations of more than one section, or B. For which a plea agreement was reached in a case in which the accused was charged with more than one offense listed in paragraph A, regardless of whether the accused is charged with violations of the same section more than once or is charged with the violations of more than one section. 6. An offense A. Under Section 2204A1 or 2, or Section 2204A1, 1 or 2, that is punishable as a felony of the first degree, regardless of whether the accused is convicted of violations of the same section more than once or is convicted of violations of more than one section, or B. For which a plea agreement was reached in a case in which the accused was charged with more than one offense listed in paragraph A and punishable as described by that paragraph, regardless of whether the accused is charged with violations of the same section more than once or is charged with violations of more than one section. 7. An offense under Section 43.235 or an offense for which a plea agreement was reached in a case in which the accused is charged with more than one offense under Section 43.235, or 8. Any combination of offenses listed in subdivisions 1 to 7. Section 3, Section 7102A Penal Code as amended by Chapters 269 SB 224, 369 HB 1442, 462 SB 1900, 885, HB 4635, and 910 HB 6 Acts of the 88th Legislature Regular Session 2023 is reenacted and amended to read as follows. A person commits an offense if, with the intent to establish, maintain, or participate in a combination or in the profits of a combination or as a member of a criminal street gang or foreign terrorist organization, the person commits or conspires to commit one or more of the following. 1. Murder, capital murder, arson, aggravated robbery, robbery, burglary, theft, aggravated kidnapping, kidnapping, aggravated assault, aggravated sexual assault, continuous sexual abuse of young child or disabled individual, solicitation of a minor, forgery, deadly conduct, assault punishable as a Class A misdemeanor, burglary of a motor vehicle or unauthorized use of a motor vehicle. 2. Any gambling offense punishable as a Class A demeanor. 3. Promotion of prostitution, aggravated promotion of prostitution, or compelling prostitution. 4. Unlawful manufacture, transportation, repair, or sale of firearms or prohibited weapons. 5. Unlawful manufacture, delivery, dispensation, or distribution of a controlled substance or dangerous drug, or unlawful possession of a controlled substance or dangerous drug, A, through forgery, fraud, misrepresentation, or deception, or B, with the intent to deliver the controlled substance or dangerous drug. 5A, causing the unlawful delivery, dispensation, or distribution of a controlled substance or dangerous drug in violation of Subtitle B, Title 3, Occupations Code. This has been marked out. 6. Any unlawful wholesale promotion or possession of any obscene material or obscene device with the intent to wholesale promote the same. 7. Any offense under subchapter B for Chapter 43 depicting or involving conduct of any conducted. 7. Any offense under subchapter B, Chapter 43 depicting or involving conduct by or directed toward a child younger than 18 years of age. 8. Any felony offense under Chapter 32. 9. Any offense under Chapter 36. 10. Any offense under Chapter 34, 35, or 35A. 11. Any offense under Section 3711A. 12. Any offense under Chapter 20A. 13. Any offense under Section 3710. 14. Any offense under Section 38.6, 38.7, 3809, or 3811. 15. Any offense under Section 4210. 16. Any offense under Section 43.235. 17. Any offense under Section 4606A1 or 4614. 18. Any offense under Section 2005, 2006, or 2007. 19. Any offense under Section 1602. 20. Any offense punishable under Section 4203D or E. 21. Any offense under Section 2803 that is punishable under subsection B for E of that section. 22. An offense under Section 3121 that is punishable under subsection D of that section. 23. Any offense classified as a felony under the tax code. Or 24. Any offense under Section 545420, plays it, Transportation Code. Section 4. The change in law made by this act applies only to an offense committed on or after the effective date of this act. An offense committed before the effective date of this act is governed by the law in effect on the date the offense was committed, and the former law is continued in effect for that purpose. For purposes of this section, an offense was committed before the effective date of this act. Any element of the offense occurred before that date. Section 5. This act takes effect September 1st, 2025. Okay. I read so much jargon at the end of it, but the main thing to point out is the fact that all the news articles stated the same thing. So let's look at it again. This is Senate Bill 20. So right here, let me highlight it. This right here is the thing. B. A person commits an offense if the person knowingly possesses, accesses with intent to view, or promotes obscene visual material containing a depiction that appears to be of a child younger than 18 years of age engaging in activity described by Section 4321A1B, regardless of whether the depiction is an image of an actual child, a cartoon or animation, or an image created using an artificial intelligence application or other computer software. Now, what I just read to you guys is the entirety of Senate Bill 20, which is on Legiscan. You guys could look it up and look through it and make your own concessions. The last half of the bill was just saying, like, hey, this is part of felony charges and whatnot. That's the whole thing. And then the very last section, Section 5, states that if this bill were to be signed into law, this bill would be effective September 1st, 2025. So that's a big thing right there. There's already a date set for it to take effect. Now, like the previous 4 articles we read, this is a broad scope with that power. if you look at this bill if you look at the face of this bill, it's good. It helps stop the promotion and the possession of child pornography. That's great. Unfortunately, because of the wording in the bill, it can target anime and manga whose purview can accidentally slide into the bill's scope of action. So that's the unfortunate part. Again, the bill is cool because it's child pornography bad. So I think that's good. It's up to you whether or not you think that's good or not, but I think it's good that, you take out the child pornography. I think that's good. Unfortunately, again, anime and manga, some of it kind of slides into the range of that broad scope right there put forth in the bill. So that's a big thing. And the biggest thing to notice is, again, cartoon or image. Those are the two key words here, cartoon or image. Now, I totally understand the artificial intelligence thing. It's AI, obviously. But, again, cartoon or image. Again, to my knowledge, that basically means any state official in the state of Texas can, look at some anime or manga, deem it obscene, and then anyone that has anything to do with that anime, I guess, or has products of that anime, could be considered doing a criminal act. And that's a really big thing. It is an insanely big thing. But anyway, the point of this section of the video was to dive into Senate Bill 20. The big thing is stating that, hey, this bill is literally made to combat the rise of inappropriate AI stuff, like child pornography. So that's the whole thing. This has good intention. That's the big thing that the Senate Bill 20 has. Good intentions to make society a better place. I understand where it's coming from, and that's the whole thing. It's literally there to be no child porn. That's it. Anyway, now we're going to move on to see how a Senate bill gets passed in the state of Texas. Oh. There we go. Alright, so we're going to go into this. Alright. Special shout out to Google AI for this. There's the sources here, I swear. Anyway, according to Google AI, in Texas, a Senate bill passes through several stages, including committee review, floor debate, and a final vote where a simple majority is needed for passage, with a 5/9 majority required to bring the bill to the floor for consideration. Here's a more detailed breakdown of the process. 1. Introduction and referral. A bill is introduced in the Senate and assigned a number. It's then referred to the appropriate committee for review and consideration. 2. Committee action. The committee may hold hearings, analyze the bill, and propose amendments. The committee can vote to pass the bill or kill it, or make changes to it. 3. Floor consideration. If the committee passes the bill, it moves to the Senate floor for debate and potential amendments. A bill must be on the intent calendar for 2 consecutive days to become eligible to be brought to the floor. A 5/9 majority vote is required to bring a bill to the floor for consideration. The bill is ready for caption, debated, and voted on. 4. Final passage. A simple majority vote is required for the bill to pass in the Senate. If the bill is passed, it's sent to the House of Representatives for their consideration. House action. The bill follows a similar process in the House, including committee review, floor debate, and a final vote. If the House makes changes to the bill, it must be sent back to the Senate for their concurrence. 6. Governor's action. Once the bill passes both chambers in identical form, it's sent to the governor. The governor can sign the bill into law, veto it, or allow it to become law without signing. A veto can be overridden by a 2/3 vote in both the House and Senate. So that's how a bill is passed in Texas. It's very similar to how laws are passed in the entirety of the nation of the United States of America. But the thing is that in the comic book article, the bill was unanimously passed. So it was unanimously passed by the Senate. So right now, it's sent to the House. To my understanding, this bill is in the House of Representatives. So right now, it's going through the same thing in the Senate. So there's a committee review, floor debate, and a final vote. So That is what is going on. So if you guys are wondering how bills are passed in Texas, that's how. Thank you, Google AI, for that. So that's the whole thing for that one. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is what could be... What was that? Anyway, what could be affected? So, fun fact, did you know that Funimation was in Texas, and then it was bought out by Crunchyroll, but there is a Crunchyroll office in Texas? Funimation, that was in Texas. An anime distributor could be affected. But, you know, like I said, Funimation existed and then Crunchyroll bought out, so a Crunchyroll office is stationed here in Texas. And I have the proof for that. I have receipts. You can even look it up online. I have actually, before it was bought out by Crunchyroll, I had the honor of being part of a Funimation tour. I got to see the voice acting and stuff in there. It was a lot of fun. But anyway, here's the thing. I just want to point this out there. So, again, thank you, Google AI, for this. So Crunchyroll, by the way, is headquartered in San Francisco, California, USA, with a Japanese branch in Shibuya, Tokyo. Now, the big thing here, you can read the rest of it, but Crunchyroll LLC is an American entertainment company based in Coppell, Texas. So, I don't know the legalities of it, but something tells me that they're going to be affected by this bill. Just saying. I feel like it's going to be affected by this bill, so... Oh, I didn't even change this. Oh well. Anyway. Now that I show that, why anime should not be banned. Okay. I have a receipt. I had a receipt. Okay. So this is... Now I'm going to put forward why anime should not be banned. After everything that I just said. Alright, so I do have an article by WordPress that covers it, and I can put in my personal stuff because there's not that many articles about it, but... let's see it. Woo! Alright, so this is by WordPress, by the way. Boop. Why anime shouldn't be banned in the United States. It's not just Texas. Anime is a style of Japanese film and television animation. It is very popular in Japan and other countries all over the world, especially in the United States. In California, there are multiple anime conventions that take place all over California during the different seasons. Track and Con is one of the many anime conventions that are in California. It happens during the fall and spring of every year and is held in Oakland. At this convention, anime fans can dress up as their favorite anime character, meet their favorite voice actors, and interact with other anime fans by playing games and playing karaoke. These are the positives of anime, but there is a darker side to anime, and this dark side is the reason why some countries and schools have banned anime. This then makes you wonder whether or not anime should be banned in the United States. I feel as if it should not. Anime is a great form of entertainment for many people in the United States, especially in California. Since there are many different types of anime, anime allows people to laugh, cry, and feel empathy for the characters, since many anime shows have their characters in real-life situations. Even though anime is just a form of entertainment, to some people it is much more than that. Anime empowers people, especially women. In Srividya Ramasubramanian and Sarah Cornfield's in their article, Japanese anime heroines as role models for US youth, they talk about shoujo animes, which are animes where the main characters are female, and in these types of animes, girls are often seen saving the day or world, and why the youth in the United States are attracted to this type of anime. According to Ramasubramanian and Cornfield, sorry if I'm butchering your name, US youth are attracted to Japanese shoujo anime because the central hero and characters have many positive qualities such as intelligence, kindness, and boldness that these young fans admire. This admiration leads young viewers to wishfully identity with these characters as their role models, typo I'm pretty sure. Ramasubramanian and Cornfield. These types of animes really empower women since in today's society women are looked upon as weak, they don't get equal pay, and some people view women as tools. Shoujo animes empower young women to be strong and confident in themselves and their abilities, but there is a dark side in having an anime character be a role model, especially if that character is evil. The dark side of having an anime character as a role model is that you may become obsessed with the way the character behaves. This is the reason why countries like China have banned anime, because kids become obsessed with the character's actions. To me, this isn't a good reason to ban anime. There are plenty of shows and games that have evil characters in them, that some people might consider their role models. There are debates whether or not violent video games cause kids to act violent, and these type of games aren't banned, so why should anime be banned? There are petitions telling people why anime should be banned in the United States and why the United Nations should ban anime. Some of the reasons why people feel as if anime should be banned is because it is destroying our children's futures, and it causes the youth to be lazy, unhygienic, to have social ineptitude, sexual perversion, and pedophilia. These are really poor excuses to want to ban anime. There are plenty of video games and TV shows that have suggested themes in them. An example of a violent video game that is popular is the Grand Theft Auto game series. The series focuses on many different protagonists who try to rise up in society, although their motives are very questionable. The series has elements of old beat-em-up games, and the series has also gained some controversy for its adult content and violent themes. Nicholas L. Carnegie and Craig A. Anderson, in their article titled The Effects of Reward and Punishment in Violent Video Games on Aggressive Affect, Cognition, and Behavior, they conducted 3 experiments. These experiments examined the effects of rewarding and punishing violent actions in video games on later aggression-related variables. The participants played one of 3 versions of the same racing game. Violence was rewarded in one version, violence was punished in the second version of the game, and then there was non-violence in the third version of the game. The participants were then measured for their aggressive effects. They found out that rewarding violent game action increased hostile emotion, aggressive thinking, and aggressive behavior. Punishing violent actions increased hostile emotion, but it did not increase aggressive thinking or aggressive behavior. In the Grand Theft Auto game series, as you level up, you're rewarded with more powerful weapons. There is evidence that shows that violent video games has some negative effects on people, and I admit that anime has its negative effects on people as well. Since there is some evidence that proves that violent video games affect people, why aren't there petitions asking people to ban violent video games? One possible answer to this question is that some people see video games as a source of entertainment, thus making it not real. But anime is also just a form of entertainment, and it is also not real. This proves my point as to why anime shouldn't be banned in the United States. And that is the article on WordPress. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and put in my personal reason why anime should be banned. Should not be banned, sorry. And it's simply for communities. I have been to so many anime conventions and at these anime conventions, it's a group of like-minded individuals coming together for a similar theme, anime. Anime has brought people together. Anime has helped people make friends. I have made so many friends and connections through anime, it's crazy. It is a positive environment for people to go to. Sometimes in life, people feel like they're on their own in that no one likes the same interests of them, like same interests as them. But I'm here to say that anime conventions help disregard that thinking. There are people out there that love anime as much as you do, assuming that you like anime. And anime conventions help build strong communities, help build amazing relationships with people. And through those, I mean, we learn to coexist. At least that's what I'm saying. I'm really fumbling and I'm trying to find a justification for this. But yeah, I think anime has its positive effect on people. Like, I know I have a friend that uses anime as a way to inspire kids to learn. Because kids love this type of stuff. Why not incorporate that into your learning so you can help teach kids better? In fact, I remember, I think it was 2 years ago, I went to IkiCon down in Austin, Texas, and I went to a panel that talked about how teachers used anime to teach their students math, reading, and all other subjects in school. Anime can be a force for good. It is all about how you apply it. And that whole thing where it's like, oh, it teaches kids to be lazy stuff. I mean, hey, it depends and it varies. And I just want to point out there that Crunchyroll has maturity ratings on there. I'm putting it out there. Crunchyroll has maturity ratings. So if your age isn't if your kid is not at the age to watch those animes, they probably shouldn't be watching it. That's why maturity ages are a thing. PG, PG-13, M for mature, and all that stuff. Like, that's a thing. Anime helps bring people together. That's the thing. It helps just bridge people's lives together. And I'm literally repeating the same thing because all I can think of is all the good that anime has done for me and others. If it wasn't for anime, I wouldn't be where I am now, believe it or not. Believe it or not, one of the reasons so I have a funny story about this. So when I was in university and I was in my senior design project for aerospace engineering, I was in charge of like systems, I believe, something like that, and helicopters. I was designing a helicopter, and one of the things was, oh, you can use a planetary gear system, and I was inspired to make a planetary gear system for a helicopter because Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds incorporated it into their motorbikes, and I thought that was the coolest thing ever. That right there just shows that anime can inspire you to do even greater things. It helps expand the imagination, in my personal opinion. It helps bring people together. I've said that for like the 5th time, but I believe that anime shouldn't be banned. Of course, there are some titles that probably should be banned. Contradictive to what I say, but in general, in the general sense, I don't think anime should be banned. Anime and manga has been a key element in my life, as in many others, in helping people find similar interests, for people to come together and create relationships that will last a lifetime, and inspire innovation for the future. For me, I was just like, bro, Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, planetary gear systems, and a bike? Oh yeah, heck yeah, I'm going to put this in my helicopter design. And hey, it worked. So, yeah, so that's why I think anime should not be banned, is because it helps create relationships with other people and helps inspire people to be better. That's why I believe anime shouldn't be banned. So, and it's entertainment, and I'd be really sad if it went away. But, yeah, that's why I think anime shouldn't be banned. Okay, I rambled. Sorry about that. Anyway, let's see. What's left on the agenda? Okay, so now we're going to go to the conclusion. Conclusion. Okay, this is going to be the conclusion. Whew. Oh my gosh, Okay. In conclusion, shoot, my brain's dead. Okay, anyway. In conclusion, Texas senators passed Senate Bill 20. This bill basically says anyone promoting child pornography or is in possession of anything that promotes child pornography is committing a crime, and it is a felony offense. That's Senate Bill 20 in a nutshell. And this could affect anime and manga collectors and fans alike in the state of Texas, because this bill allows state officials to be like, I think that is obscene and promotes child pornography. We should ban it, and anything associated with that is considered an criminal act, and you're eligible for a felony offense. So that's the thing. That is the broad scope of this bill, and it can potentially affect anime fans and manga fans, unfortunately. This bill has good intentions because child pornography, bad. Unfortunately, some animes kind of go, and mangas kind of go under that purview, so that's a whole case-by-case basis there, like the article from Comic Books said. And then how this Texas passes bills, there's a whole thing, there's a whole process from it, from its conception to the end. So basically, I'm going to read that again. It's introduction and referral, committee action, floor consideration, final passage, then the House action, and then governor's action. So there's 6 things about that, how a bill gets passed in Texas. And then finally we have like how Crunchyroll LLC, which there is an office in Texas, could be affected. On top of that, why should we not ban anime? It encourages people inspires people to be better. It helps create similar interests so people can come together and create relationships that can last a lifetime. And yeah, I think anime can be used for a positive outcome if used correctly. And that is the conclusion on this. I am undecided on whether or not I agree or disagree with this bill because, like, I don't want like my favorite anime to get banned, but I do agree child pornography bad. Get that out of here. So I guess I'd be for it if I had to decide right now, but I would like it to have some changes where it doesn't target anime and manga, if at all possible. So that's my conclusion there. So that's it for this long video about Texas possibly banning anime. If you guys enjoyed the video, please like it or dislike it, whatever you do. If you have some input on this, I would love to hear it. Put it in the comment section below. I will follow this semi-closely. I mean, I'm going to Japan next week, so I don't know about that. But I will be, I'm open to discuss more on this. If you guys have any questions or like just want to talk about it, feel free to comment in the comments below. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. And hopefully, our anime and manga may be safe in the state of Texas. Thanks for watching.